your group, ReliabilityX, we've read that you guys say that most organizations typically have three different types of problems: people issues, process issues, and profitability issues. Can you walk us through what each one of these means and what the most common root causes for each one of these issues are?
Yeah, so the people issue is more on the training side, like we just talked about. I think, eliminating your training departments, a lot of companies have gotten away from it, but they expect more from their employees with less knowledge. So that's a huge issue. But that ties into processes as well, because, a group of processes developed correctly creates a system. And without a system, we blame people for the reason why our organization is where it is. So I think one of the main root causes to both is the lack of systems. From a profitability perspective, I think they all kind of tie together, right? With no processes, no systems, you blame people and there's no urge to get better. There's a demand for throughput, but we're not willing to invest in what it takes to get there. So we want to get more for less, which you can in some cases, but in most, it's a detriment to the business. So,
Absolutely. What kind of systems are you talking about?
Well, one is a system of accountability. So, for example, standard work, right? Having operators do standardized work on the floor, so we're all operating the equipment the same. If you don't have that system in place, first shift comes in, they play with the machine and get it run the way they like it. Second shift comes in, does the same thing. Third shift comes in, does the same thing. And you have no mechanism to hold them accountable to. And so without that system in place, we want to blame people. And we say, oh, well, third shift, they just stink. And, and that isn't the case. The fact is we haven't standardized work. We haven't trained them to what our expectations are. We just think by sitting in the office, we have our own expectation in our head, but it's not communicated to the floor. But somehow we think it's going to translate, and that doesn't work. So without those systems in place, you have no mechanism of accountability. Without accountability, it leads to chaos.
Yeah.
So you have to have a system in order to keep things in order. Same with planning, scheduling work, any of that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure we've all experienced that chaos at some point within our careers.